Hello, chat. That seems kind of impersonal. Hello, people. Maybe that works a little better. I don't know. I don't have an intro down. I don't know how you think of one. Alright. I'm not here to pontificate on that. I'm here to make a donut for Sabrina, Girls Frontline 2. I streamed this on Monday and had a relatively good time. However, I don't exactly feel 100% right now. I still wanted to stream though, still want to at least give it a try. I did have a stream earlier today, just an impromptu, a couple hours ago, hard on CL. It was, it was a very long grind associated with that game. But, oh, how long has that been going on for? Whoops. Okay, it just barely went off. That's a sign that I gotta take a pill real quick. Anyway. Just kind of an impromptu stream. Had a good time with it. And it is a really long grind. And so I figured, you know what? Why don't I just stream this kind of unannounced once in a while? So expect to see more of that, because I had a I have a great time playing that game. Except when Janko makes fun of me for not reading the cards right. By the way, I woke up feeling pretty alright today. I've been sick for almost 2 weeks now. And I don't know, man, it comes and goes, and it's especially bad at night. I'm not sure why, but at night I hack my lungs out. But during the day I felt mostly fine. I've coughed maybe a handful of times. And it's just kind of the voice, and I guess phlegm now. Alright. That's enough gross stuff, though. You know what's up. We're gonna build a donut. Just as kind of like a quiz, I'm gonna try to recreate it to the best of my ability. Maybe referencing the video, which, let me go ahead and get that video for you. It should be over here. Well, it's the Chrono Trigger OST right now. I think I'll leave it like that for now. Why not? There's not much important data up there. That's the wrong part. Alright, we're gonna shift A to add a mesh. We're gonna add a torus. And then we're going to use its data without clicking anything. I want to say it was like 30 something by like 16 or something when we did it before. That might be too many. What's that look like in edit mode? That's a lot of vertices. That's a lot of vertexes. Yeah, too many if you ask me. So I'm gonna hit F9. Uh-oh. How about we recreate a donut then? I'm not gonna get too hung up. See? Like I said, it was perfectly fine, but I guess I wasn't really talking all that much. Well, I coughed a handful of times, but I probably coughed a lot more like that. More than that on stream earlier today. Honestly, sure. There aren't that many vertices. Yeah, and I'm sure with the subspace division, subsurface division, it'll be better. As for this, though, we'll go by 30 by 12, and then the scale. I want a fat donut. I'll clip that. There. Raise it up a bit. Up, this is... Fuck, man. That's the scale button. You know what? Fuck, I'll take that cough drop. Sorry for swearing so much. I'm trying not to do that as much lately, but I've had it up to here with this cough, man. What do we do now? Well, this doesn't look really smooth. I imagine up next would be adding the subsurface modifier. Well, shade smooth shows us something. I forget what. Love to see people picking up Blender. You know it, man. I've always liked messing with models. You know, just recreationally. Just having fun with it. And I was doing that recently because this game that I play, I have a cough drop in my mouth, sorry, I don't want to cough into my microphone. Girls Frontline 2, it's a XCOM, but gotcha. Anyway, they released the character models on Twitter, so I was like, sure, I'll mess around with that. And then I thought, well, Sabrina eats a lot, why don't I make her a donut? I've already followed along the tutorial, but just as a refresher course at the start of my stream here, I'm going to try to recreate what I did yesterday by memory. I'm already having some issues though. I forget where we apply modifiers. There we go. I need a subdivision. And I think is that right? No, that can't be right. That looks like way too much. I don't remember there being that many thingies. What was the tool we were using to like misshape it? Proportional editing? And then just grabbing a vertex and kind of like smushing it around. Ooh, that's good. I don't know if we're at this part of the tutorial yet. I'm just kind of winging it. I can't remember if he applied the subdivision thing yet. That's too big. For a second I thought I was muted. It was gonna be kind of cross. I'm sure there's a machine that can make a perfect donut, despite what Blender Guru says. I never did the donut tutorial even back when I was first learning Blender some years ago. Really? I thought this was most people's entryway. How did you start then? For me, I've messed with some models, and then I tried the donut tutorial. I gave up after a few parts. I returned again, I gave up. I returned again and got like to the very end, but didn't finish it and gave up. And along the way, I've messed with a little bit in Blender here and there. Like, I know some of the shortcuts by heart. Like, I already knew about the, binding of the axes. I remember that, E is to, like, extrude. Maybe not when I have proportional editing on. Can I see this with shade smooth on? Am I doing something wrong? Is it? Oh, is it because I did that? I'm in object mode, right? Hang on, I kind of can't think with this music. It's a good song, though. Go Donkey Kong. Oh, Sticker Brush Symphony. We'll have it up in the corner like it's a Subway Surfer video for the Zoomers out there. Okay, not that a Zoomer should be watching me stream anyway. Alright, I mean, it still looks... It's gonna look eerily similar to the other one I made. This doesn't feel right, though. There's no way we had it on 3, right? No way. I'll consult the video before I do anything, like applying these. Did we already duplicate it? And what was the button to duplicate? Shift E? Yeah, Shift E, right click, and then isolate? I don't know if that worked. Let me grab it on the Z. Nope, hey, that's not right. Oh, I see it up here, Torus 2. We'll go with, donut. frosting. Let me get my phone out of here. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to put down an alarm for that. Hang on. You know how it is when you're sick. There was a course from Natural Art Freak that I originally followed when I was learning. Well, maybe I'll like that. I'll write that down in a little notepad over here. Alright. There was this one, it just like shoved you directly into modeling a character. And I followed along like halfway through that, and it was a lot of fun. But I can't find that video anymore. It was like, I still have the resources for it somewhere. It's like a little cat wizard or something. It's an automotive modeling course, by the way. Ah, wow, doesn't that sound really complex to start with? Alright, okay. I have my frosting. I guess I'm gonna move it up. Then we're gonna go to edit mode, and I'm gonna, I guess, see it face on. I'm probably doing this wrong. We'll delete these. Wait, hang on. I don't have the thing selected. What's the way to select it without going into viewport shading? He taught us how, but I forgot. Okay. Delete, vertices. Okay, I got my frosting now. I forgot how we made it exist. Like, I forgot how we, thickened it. Was it like an edge, or like a... It was some kind of thing. Alright, I think I've hit a wall. Then we're gonna have to watch the tutorial again. You know, yeah, that's probably best. I'll delete this frosting and we'll figure out it his way. Alright, I got my donut. I've already kind of lumped it up a bit. I don't think it's the right, I don't think I did this modifier right, but we'll figure it out. So how much experience do you have with Blender now, then? Because me, again, just casual messing around with it. I got like 80 hours on Steam.
Open source 3D software that can be used to make animations, visual effects.
Alright, we're not messing with the monkey head. I've already done that.
Might notice the mistake that a lot of beginners make, and I say this because this was the exact mistake I made way back in 2003 when I started learning Blender, is they go, well, I need a realistic looking donut, so I guess I need to go really high resolution. I remember my first project, one of my first projects was for a high school film project, and I wanted to have a close-up of a face. Didn't realize faces were going to be difficult, but I went really high poly, and then it was just an absolute nightmare to work with. So the reason you don't want this is that, for starters, things that are high poly are very slow to render, and they're very hard to work with if you want to tweak the shape of it. But also, as you learn and you grow with 3D, you'll discover that it is a lot easier to
about 4 years?
resolution to something later on, but it's very difficult.
I've always wanted to make my own models.
If you've already built it in.
I already do art. What's an example I have on hand? There's this game I streamed earlier today, Card on CL. I drew some of my favorite cards from it. And I animate 2D as well, but it's not an easy thing, man. Everything takes so long. But adding 3D to the repertoire is always something I've wanted to do.
Don't need it. So, long way to say, what we actually want is to have as few polys, these are called polys.
I think I did around the same, actually.
So I'm going to go with 32 major and 12 minor. And don't worry that it looks all jagged, because we will fix that in
about the same.
Now, the major and minor, this is really up to you, but I find that something that looks it's kind of chunky.
I've seen some pretty thin donuts before.
Just looks really
not very
delicious.
appealing.
So I'm going with something around about this size, okay? And once I'm happy with this, once I'm ready to click off, I click off, the options are gone, and this is it. This is the donut that I am now working with, is to use smooth shading. So if you right click with your object selected, go to Shade Smooth.
Okay.
And look at that, this is immediately better. without getting too technical, this is kind of a fakery. It's sort of like the shader is telling the renderer that this is a really high poly dense mesh when it really isn't. It's just basically kind of like averaging out faces, and it's very technical, but basically means
oh, my boys just went live. Tonight's part might not be very long, by the way. I'm gonna just try to ingrain some of the things we did yesterday, and maybe do one more part. I'm gonna save this as donut 2, I guess. Donut 2. That blend. I'll show you what I did last time. I streamed it for like 4 hours. I started feeling kind of bad right before I was gonna go live today. So I don't think I'll go as long tonight. Give it a little bit. It has all those fancy things on it. Look at that, man. I didn't intend for it, but it's like the perfect Simpsons donut. Maybe not the stuff on the inside, but the stuff on the inside was really fucking cool. I've always loved this part of model editing. There's this game I used to play called Lost Saga, where you could take the texture of the armor that you had, and then you could draw over it in one of your art programs, and that was one of the funnest parts for me. So this right here, I can feel this in my bones. I want to do more of this stuff. But this is what we have right now. I got like halfway through the video, I think. Oh, hi there, Fox Creative Gaming. I used 3ds Max, but okay, I had an animation class in high school. This is back in 2010 to 2012. No, 2009, 2010. Anyway, the class was on 3ds Max 3D modeling, and I did a couple of assignments there. But what I really wanted, and what I really messed around with the most, was we had a Macromedia Flash on those computers. Okay, I'm getting my life story here. I'll hurry it up. While everyone was doing 3D stuff, the teacher let me specifically, because I owned a digital tablet, I had a passion for 2D animating. I would just spend all class drawing in Flash. I wish I had learned the 3D stuff. Fast forward to today, and I draw and I animate somewhat. But I'm now hoping to dip my toes into the 3D stuff. You're a 3ds Max user. Well, I used it briefly back in high school. I think that one's paid only, though. Blender's free. Anyway, here's my donut. I've started this tutorial multiple times, and I've never finished it. But, I mean, I've retained some of the knowledge, because I like to mess around in Blender a little bit. Hang on. Sabrina donut. A game I like released their 3D models, so I'm making Sabrina a donut. Open recent, and we're on donut 2. I'm just following along with the tutorial again. I did this on Monday, but I want to ingrain some of the things in my head. I don't want to forget them. Blender's also a feature for 2D animation if you're ever interested. It's called Grease Pencil, I think. I looked into it slightly many years ago because I love Adobe Flash, but I hate Adobe. I hate Adobe. I hate Adobe. And I own my copy of Flash. Back when I was in high school, I had so much of a passion for Flash. A relative bought me a copy. And it helped that since I was a student, there was like a $600 discount. So I own my copy of Flash still to this day. But I've been looking for... No, only Flash Player is dead. The Flash animating program still works, and I still own my copy. But Adobe, ever since they got into like this subscription cloud bullshit, I downloaded a free trial for one of the newer programs just to try it out. You know, I'm an artist. I want to spread my tendrils out there. Sorry for boring you on my life story here, but I had to download the Creative Cloud Hub thing, and then it wouldn't let me uninstall it. And do you want to know why? It retroactively counts my version of Flash that I have owned for half of my life, since before the idea of cloud anything existed. We're talking 2011 here. It retroactively views that as a newer Adobe program, and I cannot get rid of Creative Cloud. There is 500 megabytes on my C drive wasted because Adobe retroactively sees my old program as Adobe Animate. And I am done with Adobe. I've been looking for animation programs ever since. So maybe we'll give one of these days we'll give the 2D side of Blender a try. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but you know what? It's probably better than Adobe. All right, that's enough psychotic rambling.
Smoother, and so this is
Talking about
generally
shade
what you
smooth,
want
yeah.
for something that is smooth and
Yeah.
organic looking, like we want. If you were rendering like architectural or like hard surfaces, like later on we're going to put this on a counter, then the object would obviously want to be flat. But in our case, we're just going to use shade smooth.
I might try to. I want to try modeling a donut, or not a donut, a pizza slice. But I'm not sure how I would do that because I don't know how to make triangles. Edges are like 4 vertices, right? So I'm not sure how I would make a triangle. So maybe we'll briefly mess around with that later. I don't know how I'm going to do it, though.
Smooth. But you might notice that looking at this, especially if you go side on, that you've got this sort of jagged...
Yeah, we know about this already.
There's another way through modifiers.
Okay.
So if we
All
go
right.
over
I'm
here
already
to our
here.
Properties, right? This very
Subdivision
confusing,
surface?
lots of option-looking properties.
I don't remember what
Click
settings
on
he put,
the
though.
wrench, and this is the second.
I want to model characters. Because I already do art. I already have a ton of my own characters and stuff. I think it would be fun. And truthfully, I would love to make games. I actually do have an itch.io page, but there's not really... I'm not a programmer. I don't have the brain for that stuff. But I have tried doing some things. It's eternalsummer.itch.io. There's only these little demo things on there that I've made. Making a quarter triangle pizza is easy. There's a quarter of a triangle. I can't envision that somehow. Sorry, I've been sick for a while.
Modifiers. And this is one of those object-dependent things. So if you've got your camera selected...
Yeah, you can't do that to your camera. I get
So
that.
it's much easier to expressions here that can do is that you things. So if you've got your camera selected, you won't see it. So it's much easier to explain if we just add one. So up here, add modifier, and you got a range of options here that can do a whole number of things. The one that we're looking for is underneath generate, and it is called subdivision.
I remember Boolean
surface.
from my 3ds
And it
Max
is a
classes,
really
but
common
I don't remember what it
modifier
means.
that you use all the time. In fact, it's so common, it's actually, you can just immediately add it to any object.
I started off my 3D learning by learning character modeling. Really? There's this really cool video that I followed on YouTube a while back where it just shoves you right into Blender. And I followed step by step making it. I didn't finish it. I really regret not doing that, but it was a really good video. Although, I figured, I mean, I may as well do the donut, right? You know, get my feet wet. Maybe ingrain in my head, this does that, that does this. And then I'll try making a character eventually.
Just by hitting Control 1. But don't do that because we've already got it, so there. Now, some of you might have just discovered that your donut has disappeared. If that is...
No, that's fine.
Disable it. Keep it explain if we look at the shade flat mode.
Yeah, we got way more vertices to work with. It's like 4 times, apparently.
If I set this levels viewport to 0, this is our original mesh. This is before we add the subsurface, essentially. When we increase this, you can see that it is adding resolution to our mesh. And the more I increase this
making triangle but
levels
keeping
here,
it as quads.
the
I don't
finer and finer
I can't pierce
to
there.
explain,
I'm not
because
pierced.
this is such
I can't
a
parse that in my head, but
very common,
maybe we'll give it a try in a bit.
Modifier. It's kind of important to understand how it's working. You can see that this
Like-
is
like
these
4 times,
squares
is it?
here, these are called faces, by the way. And for each one of these faces here, as I add a level, you can see it's becoming 4 faces, right? And then now, if I zoomed in on this one face here, if I do another level,
Well, we'll see.
it's now become
We'll see
4
when we get there.
faces. And then if I zoom in again, it's now become 4 faces. So it's exponentially adding detail.
Again, we did this on
imagine
Monday,
you've
so
got
I'm
like
just
a
gonna speed through it now.
90-degree,
Yeah,
it's gonna
like
take
kinda
that
like-
point there, and it's going to average it out. It's going to having that really hard corner there to change it to make it look smoother, generally speaking. This gray area that we operate in is called our viewport. The render is the pretty version. So as an example, you can see if I just turned it off for the viewport, it looks very jagged. But then for my render, if I increase that to 3, if I do my render, which you could go up
F12, yeah.
often have 2 different levels. In our case, though, I don't really think we need to go beyond 1, even for our final pretty image, because this with shade smoothing turned on is good enough. and we're going to be adding more to the scene later on, so we don't want to make it too complex. So this is actually pretty good. Okay,
Am I doing something wrong?
Have...
Why does his donut look better than mine? It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Maybe I skipped ahead a bit too much.
Because this we often have two different levels. In our case, though, I don't really think we need to go beyond one, even for our.
Does anyone know what I did wrong?
Because this with shade smoothing turned on is good enough, and we're going to be adding more to the scene later on, so we don't want to make it too complex. So this is.
I don't know what shade auto smooth is.
Okay, so we have a perfect.
Making a triangle but keeping it as quads. I've never made a pizza. I should give it a try. I would not know since I know nothing about Blender. Understandable. Wait, what? Why is it working now? Nani? Well, it's working now. All right, thanks, Blender.
Donut, and that's the problem. It's too perfect.
Okay, I've already kind of smushed it up a bit.
To develop a machine in the real world.
Yeah.
There, like
Again, we've already done this on Monday. I got to like maybe around here.
How do we do that? How do we make this donut look
around here on Monday? Okay, not sprinkles yet.
I do that by changing the mesh itself. So this mode that we are in right now, where we can, click on different objects.
Object mode, and we have edit mode.
And I know that because in the top left-hand corner, you can see we are in object mode.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And these options, again, will change depending
that makes sense.
on the object you've got selected. If I've got a lamp, my little light there selected, you can see I've only got object mode. My camera, I've only got object mode. But a mesh will give you extra options here. So let's enter into
I messed with
edit
sculpting
mode.
and whatnot.
Ooh. Right. Now, you can see our mesh, our object has become something that looks weird. It's got a bunch of little points on it with lines and
vertices, faces, edges.
That's because this is actually what the mesh is made up of. These little points here, which you can click on just by selecting, are called your vertices. The singular term is called vertex.
I want to say vertexes, but that's not right.
G, right? And you can see it's now.
Yeah, okay, we did this part already. I did this real quick.
Now, this is okay, right? But you can see it's got like some artifacting. It's not the greatest lump.
This is where he teaches you about the proportional editing.
Like 5 actually enable it up there.
Yeah, proportional editing. Okay.
What's going on? You have to have something selected. Forgot to mention. Go back into edit mode with tab. Donuts, when they're sitting in the little vat thing, right? They're only like half submerged, so then they have to be flipped. But it means that the bit that's nearest to the surface is getting less heat. So
yeah, that's why it's like white.
What I'm saying is the bit that's around the circumference of it is usually a little bit flatter. So donuts aren't like perfectly
What's the button?
Around. They're usually a little bit flatter. So what I want to do is I want to select these vertices along here, and then I want to shrink them. Now I could go around one
Shift
by
click
one like this, which is actually what I used to do when I was learning Blender.
I forget the one.
YouTube days, and there was no tutorials. What I would do this if I wanted to select this. Silly, because there's a function,
Shift
a
1
tool for that, and it is edge select. So if you hold down Alt on your keyboard and then do a single left click on not the points but on the edge, right, this little line here, you can see it's selected all the way around. So it's anything that's connected along that line is now selected. So if I want to shrink this, right, what would I do? Well, I mean, yeah, you could like move it around, right? We want to shrink it. We want to change the scale of it. So we would change.
I remember. We're gonna hit S. Okay. So what's the shortcut? Control Shift M1? No. No, it's Alt, you dummy. Okay, it's Alt. That's what he just said. And we're gonna smoosh that in. Perfect. Beautiful, even.
Key S for scale. So S, and I'm going to scale that in. And I actually don't want proportional editing, so I'm going to turn that off. And now scale
already ahead of you, Chief.
And just make it a little bit flatter. And there you go. See, it just feels a little
Got my
bit
bottle of
more
water here.
natural, doesn't it? Looks a little bit closer to what a donut looks like. And by the way, don't worry if yours doesn't look exactly like this, like your lump is a little bit off. Like some people get a little bit too precious with the tutorial. Like,
I was like that the first couple of times I tried this tutorial.
I'm just working on the fly as well. So just make what you think looks good. Maybe you think this is not misshapen enough and you want to add more, go for it, because it might actually turn out better than what mine is. Now, before we move to the next part,
hang on, can I not apply this to a slice of pizza? Can I not apply everything to a slice of pizza? I could duplicate the top of it, or I can duplicate it and then cut the bottom half off, and I can use that for like gooey cheese. But how would I make a slice of pizza? I can make like a rectangular pizza that you would have had back in school. I could do like cylinders for the pepperonis. Although actually the pepperonis were squares for those.
How to save. Blender, very, very easy.
I already got you.
Object or a tool or a hate ZBrush. Okay, that's how you save. Now, also, finally, I would say, if you need help, because I know...
Yeah, he's got a Discord now. I'm thinking about joining that if I hit a wall.
As well in the YouTube comment if you want to. But I hope you stay with it. So if you're ready to jump to the next part after you've saved your blend file...
Thank you, Andrew. I signed up to his newsletter.
We've got our nice looking donut, and now we're going to make that icing, which...
I'm going to do the icing alongside him, and then I'm going to try to do it with pizza on my own. No guarantees. It's going to look good. All right.
Looks complex, but is actually fairly simple. Now, as I mentioned before, if you want to add an object, you go Shift-A, right? And then you start with something that resembles what you're trying to create. But we already have
going to
something
duplicate
that
it.
resembles the exact shape we want to create. It's the donut, because we want the icing around the donut. So let's just reuse
Again,
this
that's my water
information.
bottle. All right, I know it's a weird noise.
By duplicating the object. And if you don't know the hotkey for it, you can just go Object, and then you'd find it here, where it says Shift-D. So Shift-D.
And
then
right click.
You are in a placement state, essentially. Like it's duplicated, and it's now saying, where do you want to place it? Now, in our case, and actually often, you don't actually want to change its placement. You want to duplicate it exactly where it was. So you can cancel the movement by hitting Escape or right-clicking. Now, when you do that, it looks like it's canceled the duplication, but you can see in your outline, it has duplicated it. You've got two objects, but it's just in the exact same place, which is what we want. So first things first, we need to name them, or else we could get very confused very easily.
I guess icing's a better word for it.
Icing objects need it, so we want to delete it. So if we just dragged over the bottom here, you can see.
Oh, I do want to learn
it
this.
looks like we've selected the bottom half of our donut, but if you were to move around, you would see, oh, we haven't actually. It's only selected, annoyingly, what is facing the camera. Where there's a mesh, it's not gone through the mesh. A lot of users find this annoying. I agree. Sometimes it seems like that would be the more default one that would.
I would do
more
it with
sense.
this.
Anyway, don't want to argue. So if you want to select through,
But
mesh,
he has a
you can go
technique
up
for
to here
this.
in your top navigation, toggle X-ray. If you turn that on, it's going to enable you to see through the mesh. And
There we go.
now, when I drag over it,
I think we're
you can
deleting
see that
vertices.
I have selected all through the mesh as I move around it. By the way, you might find it like when you're in this state, it's kind of hard to select. Like it's easy to kind of accidentally select what is above it, and depending on what you've got at your end, that might have happened already. So another way to easily just look directly on the side-on of your donut is to just click.
Already got
one of
that Z
these,
fighting going on.
like in your gizmo here, instead of just dragging around, just do a single click on either the green one or the red one, the X or the Y. And now we're in that state. You can see it's flattened it, so it's put you in orthographic mode, which actually you can toggle to at any time.
I don't have a numpad, by the way, so
Which
some
just
of
makes
those
it easier to
keyboard
just do
shortcuts
a
are non-applicable.
all the way through the mesh. Select. All right. Okay. All right. So we want to delete that. So just hit the delete key. You get an extra option here of what do you want to delete: edges, faces. You want the vertices. That's everything. And now we have, if we go back to object mode, and then let's turn off toggle X-ray as well, and you can see it's working. We got half the.
It looks
the
really
donut on
cool.
top of itself.
It looks like
But as you move around, you can
shading
see
with
you
like a
get some
pencil.
flickering. Now, this flickering happens, and it's actually a very common...
You see what I mean?
It's actually a good warning sign to you as an artist, because it means you've got faces on top of faces, and the 3D software doesn't know which face it wants to render right? So it's like sometimes saying it's the front face, no, the back face, the front face, and there's no understanding. Sometimes you can actually spot it in TV shows and like VFX or like low budget stuff. You can see something flickering in the background, and I'm like, ooh, there it is.
You see Z fighting a lot in games, yeah.
That's what it's called, Z fighting, or Z fighting if you're not American. So what we want to do is we want to give
I am American.
To our
Red, white, and blue-blooded American.
Modifier. So adding another modifier. Make sure you've got your icing selected, not your donut. And then here where you've got add modifier, we're going to
go like a solid something?
Solidify.
Solidify.
Okay. Now it's made it worse. It's actually added.
It's kind of beautiful
to our mesh there, but it's actually done it the wrong way. So it's with the normals. Yeah, what is it? It's trying to put the extra bit inside the donut. So we can change that by just changing the offset here in the solidifier settings. Just drag that all the way to 1. Some of you might have actually found that it was correct before, just depending on which way your normal.
I have no idea what I messed with. Let me undo that.
-1, but everyone else keep it at 1.
It's because I was on the wrong one.
I just want to make sure it's actually outside. Okay.
There we go.
I also, let's just increase the thickness a
I
little bit.
was doing that for the surface division.
0.025. That looks pretty good. And great. We've got what looks like a yarmulke on our donut. A perfectly straight edge little hat for our donut. So let's make this look
could do a mushroom
like icing. So the edge is wavy all the way around. So to do this is where we get into the fancy finger magic.
Edit mode?
Typing lots of keys. Anyway, go into edit mode, and we can see straight away that we can't
There's
see
a problem.
The mesh, and that's because the solidify modifier is obstructing our view. So these little boxes here, as I mentioned before, like this is to hide it from viewport. But if you want to just hide it from your edit mode, which is the state that we are in right now, the box next to it is the one that you uncheck, which means in object mode, when you're tabbed in object mode, you can still see it, but edit mode, it's it's temporarily.
Did I not make it thick enough?
So if I was to select,
I can't see it in edit mode
and move it down, you can see that it's working, but it would be again a lot of effort to go round and round and do these one by one. So we want to use that old familiar proportional fall off tool again.
Oh yeah.
So proportional editing on, and now as I move it down, let's just lower the slider way down here, and then let's pull this down. Okay, now we'll find issues. If we move to the side here, we can see the first issue we've discovered is that this is separating from our mesh here.
Oh,
that's not what
thank you for the follow.
does. When it dribbles down, it follows
Akira
the shape
3D.
of the
Thank you
donut
very
all the way
much.
down. So what we want to do is snap, undo it a number of times, snap the vertices to our donut underneath it, right? So for that, we need to turn on snapping.
Is there really a problem? Oh yeah, that would be a real problem, wouldn't it? I don't really see it either, but I mean, that looks bad there. Alright.
Up here.
I did this on Monday, by the way. I'm just doing this as a refresher course. And I'm feeling a little a little under the weather. So, I'm just going to redo most of the donut tutorial, and then I'm going to try to apply it to a slice of pizza. We'll see how that goes. And you know what? It works out, because if you've ever played Girls Frontline 2, I'm pretty sure in Sabrina's ultimate skill, she eats a slice of pizza. Or maybe it's her trailer, I forget. Anyway, we're building a donut for Sabrina.
Okay, now, there are a number of ways to snap in Blender. The default way is increment, which just means the like the grid floor there. Like if you were to just like move it around, you can see it's just snapping to the grid floor.
Oh, is it snapping to the grid floor?
We want to snap it to the face. And now, with face snapping enabled, if we move this down, we can see, let's just look here, that the bottom bit is snapping to the face. But as you might have seen,
I think I messed up at some point.
The rest of going to be, again, a lot of effort to go round and round and do these one by one. So we want to use that old familiar proportional fall off tool again. So proportional editing on, and now as I move it down, let's just
I'm watching
lower the
closely here.
slider way down here, and then let's pull this down. Water bottle. Okay, now we'll find issues. If we move to the side here, we can see the first issue we've discovered is that this is separating from our mesh here. And that's not what.
I'm watching closely here.
We'll find issues. If we move to the side here, we can see the first issue we've discovered is that this is separating from our mesh here. And that's not what.
Also, wait, I want to see.
Okay, now we'll find issues. If we move to the side here, we can see the first issue we've discovered is that this is separating from our mesh here. And that's not what icing does. When it dribbles down, it follows the shape of the donut all the way down. So what we want to do is snap, oops, undo it a number of times, snap the vertices to our donut underneath it, right? So for that, we need to turn on snapping up here. Okay, now there are a number of ways to snap in Blender. The default way is increment, which just means
it's like the little grid,
the grid floor there. Like if you were to just like move it around, you can see it's just snapping.
Might be good if you're doing like a table or something.
But we want to snap it to the face. And now with face snapping enabled, if we move this down, we can see, let's just look here, that the bottom bit is snapping to the face, but as you might have seen, the top bits, the rest of
oh yeah, that's my problem.
What is inside of our circle of influence with this proportional editing, that's not being affected. Only the little point that we had selected was affected. So that's not what we want either. Normally that would be enough, but in this particular case, we want to also snap individual elements too. And let's go face project. Now, when we pull this down, you should see that these are also no longer clipping through the donut. But still
a problem here.
Why is that? Well, it is actually working correctly. We can see these are not going through the mesh. So why does it look like it is? The reason for that is that there's actually just not enough information here. So if we go side on...
Oh, I think they want us to apply the subspace.
We've got this point here, and then we've got another point down here, and then we've got this long stretch in between, right? So that means that this part of the donut, oh gosh, that goes that goes around like that is just not, there's nothing to snap it to, essentially. So what
and then we're just going to apply the subdivision here.
Is just add more geometry. So these little vertices here, we need more of those vertices. So we can do that by actually using the subdivision surface modifier. Because although it is a modifier, you can apply the modifier. And the modifier currently is adding geometry, so let's just apply it. So to apply it, we just click this little drop down here next to the modifier, and then go
I'm in edit mode.
Now, if we, I mean, nothing should have changed from this view because the same information is being displayed. But in edit mode, you should now see exponentially more faces. Because here, where there was, one face before, you can see there's now a lot more.
That makes sense.
4x. Okay. 4x.
I'll do that for the cheese.
Okay. So,
of my
now
pizza.
If we pull down, we should see it is snapping. And if we go into this mode, you can see that it's now conforming to the mesh in a much more
beautiful
snug way, because there's information there for it to use. Now this shading artifact here that we can see, this don't worry about that, we'll fix that in just a moment. But I need to show, because I've shown you like 4 things that we need to enable for this to work. I'll show you one more.
All right, what else?
If I pull down and if I scroll up, you'll see something.
Oh, it's gonna, I remember
this. If I
this.
were to click, we get this horrible problem here, and I've done this tutorial enough, and
this probably affected me before too.
That I need to call out specifically, because it seems to be a big point that a lot of people just don't know where to go from. What's happened is if we use what's it called, the circle of influence for our proportional editing, if that is so high, it's actually high enough to reach the mesh on the other side of the donut, and then because we've got snapping, it's now projecting that, snapping it to the front, which is creating this like something that's a nightmare to fix. I mean, in fact, it's easy just to start from scratch than to try to fix that. So
I think it just wants us to hide the vertices in the middle.
A lot of noise. To fix this, we need to hide the part of the mesh that we don't want to be influenced by our proportional tool, right? So to do that,
he's going to teach us with the
we can actually do it very precisely. So if with this middle bit of our donut here, if I just hold down Alt and then do a left click, as I mentioned before, that selects the ring. Okay.
Yeah.
And we could do that all the way up, but actually there's a little. I don't know. If it's an
I had to bind this. I forgot the key bind already.
Tool that not many people know about. Control plus.
Control plus.
That will enable the select more tool. And if you use Control plus, Control minus goes the other way.
And hide it.
You can see that it's expanding out. So Control plus
will
just
now I'm gonna go
the next
edit
vertex
the thing
along a chain, roughly speaking. And you can see we can very quickly select all the parts of the mesh that we don't need. Right? Very cool. By the way, if Control Plus doesn't work for you because you're on a laptop or something else, select
You know what?
more, less. You can
We're
also
gonna go
do it here.
way down.
Anyways, to hide this
And
part
we're gonna
of the
go
mesh,
way up.
it's H. H for hide. So when you're in this state, it looks as though it's been deleted. It's very... Sometimes you don't know where part of your mesh, and then you forget
how'd that
you've
happen?
got hide turned on. If parts of your mesh are hidden and you want to bring it back, it's Alt-H. So H to hide, and then Alt-H to bring it back. Or if you can't remember it for whatever reason, you can also find it. Okay, it's underneath mesh. There we go.
I don't know why that happened.
Mesh. Reveal hidden or hide selected. Okay, so that's the other way. But you can get my keyboard shortcut. It's in the link. It's free. Just use that, and then you won't.
I need to
forget all
download
these
that.
handy shortcuts.
He's got all the handy
All right,
shortcuts
so now
on the thing.
finally, after all that, after 4 different ways of and problems to explain, we can now take part of this mesh and drag it down, and it will work correctly. Haha. So now we get to now.
Why is
finally
that
go
happening?
And go sort of,
What did I
you know,
do? Is there like a weird... I don't know what this one dot is. Maybe that's normal. But why is this happening? Where is this going? Also, I'm gonna get some music. Hang on. I'll go with Sayano Uta OST. Don't look that up, by the way. Don't look this up. I just found this song the other day and I like it.
edge or you know, what sort of icing do I want to make this look like?
Yeah, he's having a fine enough time. Maybe my brush is too big. What was he doing so that it doesn't affect the ones on the back? Well, he just hit it. I have an idea here. I have a vision. This part went way down, and as a result, this part went way up. Does it make sense? Probably not. I think that was my problem. I think my brush was too big. Okay, no geometry freaking out. Get the hell out of here, mosquito. And this should be all conforming to the side, yeah, of the donut. Okay, no catastrophic events happening. I love to see it. I don't know why it was happening, but who am I but a humble 2D artist dabbling his toes in the 3D water? Hi, Alpha Learning Blender in 2025. Thank you, I think. I don't normally see comments on the YouTube side, though. Thank you. Alright. So I actually, I mentioned this earlier. I did the donut tutorial on Monday as well. Just real quick. But what? Stop. Stop. I don't know the rest of the soundtrack. I just like Sabbath. There. Where was I? Go full screen that. It's going over here. I like to play around with character models from time to time. Just recreationally, I've messed around with Blender for a couple of years now, maybe like 4 or 5, like once in a blue moon. I've got like 60, 70, 80 hours or something of time in Blender over a couple years. The game I like released the character models the other day, so I started messing with them, and I was like, you know, Sabrina, this character that I like, she likes to eat. I think in her ultimate skill, she downs an entire slice of pizza. Or maybe that's her trailer, I forget. She eats a lot of food in like 2 bites. So you know what? The Blender donut tutorial's pretty famous. I've tried doing it before. So I've given up most of the way through. a couple of times now. Why don't I try? Why don't I try again? So we're doing it. We're doing it for her. All right. We're doing it for Sabrina. This feels a little alien. Sorry, I'm sick. I'm mostly getting better though. Does this make sense? No, but I'm gonna add some dribbly bits, and it's gonna look cool. All right. Anyway, that's the MO, and I've already done like halfway through the tutorial on Monday, but I want a refresher course. I want to ingrain this knowledge, you know, and then I'm gonna try to apply it on my own on a little self-study. I want to try making a slice of pizza in a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to make a triangle, so I'm probably just going to make a rectangular pizza. We'll see how that goes. Okay, let's go back to Andrew.
What I'm doing here, by the way, is I'm hitting G to pull it down, and then I'm just middle click, single middle click, and then because my cursor is closest to the Z-axis, it's now...
Oh, I wasn't doing that. I prefer
So
doing,
that's why I mentioned
just
before
hitting
that,
Z if I'm
really
going to
good.
do
You don't
that.
have to think of the letter
That's
and
up to
type
him,
it in.
you know.
You just go in the general direction you
People's
want to go.
oh
and
my
just
god,
tap
this
the middle
mosquitoes
click of the which is
making me
the
livid.
scroll wheel, right? Middle click. It's such a weird.
Because you could do this, but I
button.
think
You
that's
have to
kind of
call it
weird
out.
looking.
It's the scroll wheel button. Because it's like no other application seems to use it besides scrolling. But Blender is like, no, we're going to use it for like 90% of the operations is going to be middle click. But anyways, as you can see, I'm not paying particularly too much attention to it, but I'm just making a wavy looking shape around it.
Roger.
You might also want to make some bits that go the opposite direction, right? And then maybe pull, so you've got like big shapes as well as medium shapes.
I like what I got.
Small shapes, big, medium, small. It's the recipe for appealing design, big, medium, and small details. But I digress.
I like how that sounds.
By the way, I should mention.
I want to do a
if you're
pixel art
stuck,
stream one of these days
don't
too.
feel bad, 'cause there was
I haven't done
a lot of,
pixel art in a hot minute.
A lot of finickiness going on with this donut here, and we're definitely in the steep part of that curve at the moment. Do make use of my Discord if you are stuck. I created it literally so that people can get instantaneous help. I don't have any other benefit for it, so it's there so that you can find help. Link is in the description, and there's like donut help chat room where you can post screenshots of your problem, and then
Maybe I'll find myself there next time we stream
use
this.
of that. Now, our shading issue here, this darkened edge, is actually going to fix itself by fixing another issue. So it's a two birds, one solution kind of problem. This 90-degree edge here for this icing, not ideal. Everybody knows.
Is it so bad?
A real icing, like a rounded edge there, right?
Is it supposed to? That's
so we can
fine, I
fix that
guess.
just by adding another subsurf modifier. Because you might remember I mentioned, like, yes, if you've got 3 vertices, it'll create like another vertex here and another vertex here, but it'll also like round it out. It'll pull this one back,
Averaging.
so you end up with a rounded corner. So right here in your modifier stack, we're going to go add modifier, generate subdivision surface. Now, the order of these does matter. Okay, you want your solidifier at the top and the subdivision after it. So Blender works top to bottom, and it's important in this way because you want the extrusion to happen first, and then in order to round that edge,
it would probably be really wacky if we didn't have it that way.
Step. So solidify on top, subdivision underneath.
I know I made my icing kind of thin here. I'm just trying it out.
Nice little profile of this edge of this icing. Another issue to call out, you can see it's got this this shape that goes around. Yes, so far so good. But then it goes up. And it's like, it would be better if it went around and then tucked in and touched the edge, because that would look more like real liquid would. So we can solve that by just changing one of the settings in the solidify modifier. It's not one of those things that you would figure out or know where it is. It's just over time you learn where some of these settings are. But essentially here, the edge data. So we want to change the edge data to say that before you do the solidify step, add a crease on the inner part right here. If we increase this all the way to 1, it now creates a sharpened edge just on that inner part there. So the rest of it is a smoothed edge, but the middle one, there's a crease, so it's making a sharp edge there.
Truthfully, I don't get it, but it looks good.
Just a little bit more realism. Just looks a little
Hello
bit
there,
closer
Solva
to
Leoa.
Okay, now for the cool bit. All right, so
I like the emote.
Reference of donuts, right? Yes, you've got these.
This is absolutely the cool part. I did this
icing is
just a real quick recap. I did this on Monday. I did about half the tutorial. I'm doing it again just to try to ingrain the knowledge. And then I'm going to try to apply it on some pizza. Will I be able to? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see when we get there. I just want to do up to this part right here where we start doing the like droopy icing, because I'm going to do that for cheese.
Liquidy, it'll often break off from this.
I think this is as simple as just hitting E to extrude, right?
Down.
That's not right.
It just sort of drips all the way down.
I hit R.
So we can do that, but not the way we were doing it before. If we just took one of these points and then like dragged it all the way down like that, there wouldn't be enough information there, right? You can see you just get this like stretch.
It looks a little weird.
It doesn't look great. Okay.
We'll wait for him.
So essentially, we need to give it more information.
Blender,
actually, like,
sorry, I'm
break
sick.
This shape here and create a new shape that goes down. So we need to extrude.
I've appreciate you guys showing up. Just real quick, I've played around with 3D models before. Game I like released 3D models. This character likes to eat a lot, so I thought, you know what? Why don't I try doing the donut tutorial? So we're making a donut for Sabrina. Alright.
So if I select this vertice and then the one next to it by holding down Shift, I don't think I mentioned it, but yeah, if you want to select two things at once, it's Shift, Select. Anyways, so if we select two vertices like that, we want to extrude it downward by hitting E. So when you tap E, it's similar to G in that you're in a placement state now, saying where do you want to place this. So I'm going to move it down to, like about there where I want the trail to stop, and I'm just going to do click, left click, and it's now placed it there.
Damn.
Now, it's hard to see it, but if I just switch to wireframe, you can see what it's doing. So it's created this breakaway shape here, an entirely new face that's completely separate to what we've got there currently. And what this means is if we go to
I've tried this tutorial before over the years. I never finished it all the way.
Here, it's pulled it down, right? Which is exactly what we want. And in fact, I want it to
gooey
go
cheese,
or
frosting in this case.
I'm going to pull it down again, and then I'll do it again. And the reason I've done this 1, 2, 3 is that this detail here is important so that it conforms to the shape of the donut. Because if there's not enough, you're going to have that clipping issue that I showed you earlier. So that's pretty good.
I just took a cough drop, man.
We're going to do it again.
I don't know, mine looks a little strange.
Versions.
I don't know if he's going to address this. I think I made a mistake somewhere.
But then I noticed that in the render, the final render, it's often the most interesting part of the donut.
Wait a second.
Now I'm thinking, just do it all the way.
Oh no, that's right.
Donut. Just add the bit that looks cool.
Okay. Alright. This part's kind of self-study. I'm going to pause him, and I guess we'll go back to, Chrono Trigger. Okay. A little one here. Ooh, I like that. And then I think one here. I think he wants it to conform to the shape, though. Maybe that's a bit much. Okay, I clearly messed up somewhere along the... somewhere down the road. What I messed up, I'm not exactly sure. I'm surprised you're familiar. I like that one. That one song, okay. I haven't played it yet. I'm gonna play it this October. Not on stream, obviously. I don't think that's a game you can stream. I feel like I have less, vertices to work with this time around. I'm not sure why. Thank you very much. I think after this, we'll go ahead and try to recreate what we've learned on a slice of pizza. Maybe I was a little too... Maybe I went a little too crazy. Whoa, hang on. I don't know what vertex I selected over there. Maybe I went a little too crazy with, the... Oh, wait, is that... Has this been giving me problems? I don't think so. The proportional editing tool. It wouldn't make sense for there to... Hang on. It wouldn't make sense for there to be one here, right? Hey. Can't even see it. Okay, there's definitely a problem because it's not adhering to the surface of the donut. Alright. I gotta hit the books again. Methinks I need to hit the books again. What did I do wrong? Because it's working over here. Is the frosting too thin? Whoa. That ain't right. The magnet? The magnet! Thank you! Why'd I turn that off? You're a lifesaver. I thought that was something I could turn off because I didn't need it, but no, you're right. Of course I need the magnet. No wonder it's not working anymore. Thank you very much. That feels like... Nah, I don't feel right. Maybe one. A little thing like that. And I already know about the whole sculpting stuff. Sort of. So I think after this we'll just go directly into the, we'll go directly into trying to apply this knowledge onto a slice of pizza. There's a little one right here. A little one here. Actually, no. It's gonna be a little longer. Damn, those globs are to look pretty dang good. This looks unnatural. Like, homeboy, what happened here? That works. Alright, we're gonna try to apply this knowledge onto a piece of pizza. Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna bake some pizza tomorrow. I enjoy, oh, I only really... Sorry, I'm sick. Again. I enjoy baking my own pizzas. Homemade. I'll probably tweet about it if you want to see that tomorrow, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna make a circle. No, it doesn't have anything in it. Shift A. What's the closest thing that I can get to a pizza? Well, for being honest, I could do this. And then I can scale the Y, the S, the Z. I don't understand how to control this thing. There. I could do this and I can make a banger of a pizza. But I just want to make a slice. You know, I'm not that hungry. So how am I gonna do that? A cone? No. I'm thinking just a cube, actually. Move it up. And we're going to scale it on the Z. A little kind of thick. and we'll scale it on the Y. You know the rectangle pizzas you'd have in your lunch cart in school? You want to know how I would do it? Sure. This is my plan, and then I just duplicate it and like add the subsurface thing to make it smooth. Maybe? Actually, I don't know how that's gonna work. Then duplicate it and add that as cheese. Go back to the cylinder. Okay. I'm gonna leave this little... Actually, no, I can just remake it. I become too attached to the things that I make. I'm the same way with my art, actually. I hate deleting things, so you'll find that some of the sketch lines still exist in my final products. Alright. What does this look like in edit mode? Okay. I figured this would be perfect for like a single slice of pizza. That's not what we're going for right now. You can even do a cake with this. Oh, select the top and bottom faces. Alright. How do I select only faces? Okay, I think I'm doing that right. Not the vertices as well, yeah. Actually, that is everything selected. This and this. Now hit F3. Okay. Are we naming you? What's exactly going on here? I'm on version 4.3, by the way. I'm hitting F3. Or poke faces. Okay. Oh my god. What magic is this? Okay, well, how do I make just one of these? And how do I make it two-dimensional? Oh, wait. Does this go all the way down the middle? I'm not entirely sure how this works right now. Hang on, I'm gonna go to object mode and let's make it more pizza sized. It's the kind of size I want to be. Can I remove some of these vertices? Or not vertices, these edges? I have a banana, not vertices, edges. No, that just deletes it. I want to make... I don't want them to be this thin, is the thing. Because that's a tiny slice of pizza right there. I wouldn't know how to... Where can I go from here? Certainly I can use this, but how I can use this I'm not entirely sure. Okay. This looks like a pretty nice size. There. Control I. For inverting. Genius. Oh, okay, we're probably not deleting vertices. I'm sure you have a magic trick for this too. Thank you very much, by the way. Just faces? Oh my god. Okay, so how are we going to end up doing this? Probably want to... I'm still in face select mode, maybe like... Can I do like this, and then... Is there a way I can add a, just a vertice, just a little face down here. Hey, Matt. I'm trying to make a slice of pizza. Sova Bleoa. It's helping me pretty well here. What the whoa? F? Oh my god. I'm making Rariku. What the whoa, indeed. I'm being guided along here, and I'm very thankful for it. I'll be baking pizza tomorrow. You probably don't want to eat my pizza when I'm sick, though. I'll be wearing gloves, but trust me, you don't want whatever I have. Right click and subdivide. Thank you, Rariku. Like, I don't know, man. I was perfectly fine the whole day until now. Yes, thank you. So how am I going to do this now? How do I turn this into a face? What does that subdivide do? Oh, hang on. Did that make a vertice just there? It did. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on the bottom. Hang on. Right click, subdivide. Okay, alright, I'm seeing what you're cooking. And then we're gonna hit I? No. What did we hit? Control I? No, that's invert, you dummy. F. Now, how do I turn this into a face? Looking forward to the Zexal original characters in Blender. Someday, my guy. Someday. How do I add a face? Extrude? No. But it's still F? Oh my god! Well, then we're just gonna do it again. Fantastic. Same thing on the other side, then. There may be, like, an extra vertice in here. Can't tell how many are there. I think it's just one, actually. Alright, from here to here, we're gonna subdivide. Thank you very much. I hope I'm saying your name right. Bam, bam. I guess bam. F. You can do Control X on that vertice to get rid of it. So. Or just X. It doesn't seem to want to go away. Well, now it's just there forever. I don't know what I did there. Let me undo. It's gone? Okay. Alright. Wow. The wonders of modern technology, man. A man could just make a pizza whenever he wants. No flour needed. Oh crap, I hope I have flour. I think I was supposed to buy that. Well, I'll figure it out tomorrow. How do I add a vertice all the way across? Subdivide? That didn't seem to do anything. Trust. Okay. I like that emote. Okay. Whoa. It's like I'm cutting a slice of pizza. I've never seen this K tool before, bro. It even, like, goes along, it, like, snaps to the grid properly. That's cool. I think. Actually, I'm not sure that that's right. No, wait, no, that looks right. Alright, very cool. How do I undo this? I can just make this wherever I want, huh? Alright. How do I exit this mode? I just want to go back to this. Hey, stop. Maybe K again. I just want to go back to the selecting tool. Let's find that. Somebody help me! I can't put this knife down. Or do you think that's enough vertices for a slice of pizza? I might add one through here. Hit enter? Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, I guess I hadn't fully selected it then, or confirmed it then, sorry. That's what you meant. Okay. Now that makes sense. Okay, I'm not entirely sure I'm doing this. It was like snap into like a grid earlier. Well, we'll see how that goes. To be clear, where I want this one to be, we'll subdivide it. I don't know if I'll need this much detail, but hang on. Make another one over here. Subdivide. Now we bust out the knife. Oh, it's because I was holding shift. Oh, I like that then. I might undo these because I wasn't holding shift for them. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. Alright. Thank you. I guess we'll add another one here. Oh, I didn't subdivide down here. Subdivide. And I guess I'll add one more layer down here. Again, I don't know if I'm going to need it, but I want to make it... Maybe it'll help. Alright, I want to say I did this on my own accord, but I would not have gotten this far without you. But thank you very much. Alright, now we're going to hit K. Hit enter. Hit K. Enter. K. Enter. Nice. You could also use Control R. Control R. Uh-oh. Control R. Ooh! Oh my god! How? Dude, the mod... Dude. What a beautiful slice of pizza. Oh yeah, it does that. Since you added the verts, it's going wonky now. Huh. So I didn't have to do that all by hand then. Should I just start over from the beginning then? I kind of want to see this one. Oh, that is not right. Whatever I just did there. It's K, not R. Oh, I'm gonna hit escape. How painful is it to see me doing this so painfully slow? Hopefully not too painful. Oh, it's already subdivided, you dingus. It's not subdivided down here, though. I love this tool, man. That's so cool. Alright, as for how I'm gonna use this knowledge when we when we start modeling, I'm not sure. But I'll try to take over from here. I hate being sick, bro. Alright. We go here, to here, to here, to here. Bam! Oh, no, not done yet. Alright, I haven't even saved this yet. Excuse me, what if it crashes? I'll lose my masterpiece. Slice o pizza. Okay. Now. I have an idea. I'm not sure if this would be the time to implement it. God damn it. I'll take a cough drop in a little bit. Although I don't know if it's gonna end up working. So I'm wondering, what if I what if I make more vertices here, and then I extrude the whole thing up for the crust? I'm gonna try it. We'll see how this looks. Worst case scenario, I've fucked everything up. There. Alright. What happens if I extrude these? That's not the extrude button. And we extrude on the Z-axis. Bam! How about them apples, baby? That's a slice of pizza. I would eat that. Could also be watermelon, but maybe we'll do watermelon next time. Could also be pie. Or cake, I guess. Now, is that the optimal way of doing that? Probably not. Maybe there'll be a problem if there's no vertices down here for the crust. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna try to do this. Although I'm actually gonna make the crust a little bit bigger. Extrude on the Z-axis. Bam. I don't know why my sickness gets worse at night. I just don't understand it. Okay. What would this look like with shade smooth? Excuse me? What happened to my pizza? What happened to my poor pizza? What if? What if? What if we added a subdivision surface? Is it perfect? No. Actually. But if we add another one... Oh god, it's all just kind of becoming homogeneous. Deep fried pizza. Maybe the crust part should be by itself. Again, I'm very sorry about the cough. I'm not happy about it either. It does kind of mess with the crust, doesn't it? Also, did you call it a za? Hell yeah. A bevel mod. Before. Huh. Okay. I mean, that's pizza-esque. If I do say so myself. Damn. I thought you said you never made a pizza in here before. This is perfect. What does Bevel do for me? Ooh, that's probably not that, huh? That looks like ice cream or something. It's too flat. 0.1. I don't really know what this is doing. So we'll leave it at 0.1. Alright, I like that. I wonder if I should apply these now to make it easier to work with. What does this look like here now? Now, I wonder if I should do my proportional editing to maybe misshape it a bit. Guess the segment's gonna make the most diff. Oh, the segments. I don't know, I kind of like it with just the one. I almost want to apply it now. And then it's just going to look like this forever, right? I like this. We're proceeding on with this. No take backsies. Okay, now I got all this to deal with. But, I mean, I still have the same amount of vertices, right? No. That did smooth some of them out. I see. Oh, wait. Oh, next to options? Hang on, I'll undo that. Okay, click the double circles in the top right. Double circles in the top right. Where exactly? Top bar? Top bar here? Sorry, I must be blind. The double circles. This thing? Transform pivot point? That's 2 circles. It's like fancy shading. Right of magnets. Oh, you mean the proportional editing? We were doing that for the donut. Oh, wait. Or not. Yeah. I should duplicate this for the cheese. But, that's kind of a problem, huh? I won't need it for the... I won't need it for the crust. The arrow next to the overlay thing. The arrow next to the overlay thing. Oh. This? I very much appreciate your help. So, let's see. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing here, though. Enable the geometry checkbox. Wireframe? Oh! Huh! Interesting. Huh. It shows you how it changes it. Fascinating. Oh! You mean the thing. the bevel, right? Because if I were to apply this right now, that's what I'd be left with. Yeah, cool. Okay, I like that. I'm stumped. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the... Maybe I can just snip off the... Because I'm gonna go ahead and make the duplicate now. We're in object mode, yeah? Okay. I am gonna duplicate this. And then we're gonna name it... I can't believe we started as a cylinder. Za. Cheese. Matzah. Alright. We'll go to edit mode, and I'm gonna go ahead and delete the whole bottom thing. What was the thing that we had on for that? This. We'll look at it from the side. Oh, it's at a weird angle. Oh, this is strange, but I mean, it should work out. Okay. Now, you can disable that. I now have, there's gonna be that Z fighting, right? Yeah. Maybe I should apply the bevel first. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the bevel. I gotta be outside of edit mode for that. And the subdivision subsurface. I have two objects now, yes. We've got the matzah and the za. I'm gonna apply these now. Yeah, H and then Alt-H to unhide. Or I think we can hit matzah and then hit /. This one doesn't always work for me though. There we go. Okay. I don't need an extra crust. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know very little. I'm sorry, not trying to step on any toes here. Okay. I don't want to be in this mode though because I want to how did he extrude the... Hang on, I'm gonna refer to our donut 2 here. How did he extrude this? I think it's the solidify, and then he made it to 1. Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna add a solidify. And then we're gonna add the thickness. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Offset to 1? So now we can see it out here. Yeah. But the problem is that it shouldn't be on the... It shouldn't be on the crust. How do I just delete the crust part without ruining everything? I mean, I guess I could just delete the faces, right? Ooh, I have an idea. Edit mode. Alright. We're gonna hit the... Oh, wait, no. How's this gonna work? This looks strange. Alt M1? No, I don't want that. No, it's doing a whole line. I just want to like go down this list and delete all that. I want to turn off wireframe. Oh, okay. No problem. I mean, it's good to know so I can see how that changes it in the future. Wireframe. You can even scale it. That's kind of cool. There we go. Okay, so how do I select this whole thing? What was it, like Shift plus? Alt, Control plus? Okay. Shift plus. Okay, that's starting to select too much is the problem. It's starting to select some real weird things. I guess I'll just delete it by hand, I guess. I don't like that I can't see my vertices unless I zoom out. It's kind of weird. Okay, what happens if I just delete these? Well, we start missing some stuff. I can't only see them when I'm out here. It's weird. You think so? Can I disable it? There we go. Thank you. Okay, shift, control plus. No, not that. No, I want that vertex. I mean, I guess I can do it this way. Maybe not that one. I'll worry about that later. Although, I think I can get away with deleting this whole thing over here. Okay, I got an idea. Where had I deleted it? It's like this, and that. It's like this and that, okay. That looks about right. Now I think I can safely just shift plus this whole thing, or control plus. Bam. Now we should just have cheese. You delete faces easier. Oh. You know what? Yeah, that's probably the way smarter way of doing it, yeah, huh? Okay. This is making it hard to work. So I'll just turn that on when I need it, the visualness of it. However, we're talking about hard to work. I need some new music. Persona 4. I'm more of an Etrian Odyssey kind of guy myself. Where'd the music at, bro? Skip. Thank you, Jenko. I needed that. or maybe I didn't. Ow. I don't get it, bro. I'm gonna unplug my mic. Okay, I don't care if it hasn't been a full 2 hours since my last cough drop. We're gonna break the rules. I'm gonna take the cough drop. The medicine that they gave me for cough isn't working. And it gets worse at night. I don't understand it. Alright. Another cough drop. Blade Strangers. OST Summer. Ooh, Battle Network. We'll hear that after this. Okay. Alright. I'm probably gonna want a, will I need another subsurface subdivision? That's not doing anything. Or should it be above the solidify? Am I doing this wrong? Oh wait, no, it needs to be applied first, right? There we go. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of mess down there, bro. I think we're just gonna ignore that, and hope that doesn't cause a problem. Oh yeah. Whoa! Oh, I didn't have this visible, and we may have a problem. It'll buff out? Okay. Why is that Z-flighting? Or not Z-flighting, maybe I can just, like... This is gonna be kind of barbaric, but... Maybe I can just, I just, like, grabbed here. What if we just tried fixing it by hand? Yeah, it looks worse. Make it thicker? You mean the thing? Oh! Sure! I mean, that's a lot of cheese, but you know what? I'll take it. Yeah, sure. Now, there's some other things we need to apply, I'm pretty sure. Let me take a look at the donut. Okay, we have a solidify. The solidify is not applied. But we also have a subdivision. What did we do to make it adhere to the donut? I forget what we applied to make it adhere to the donut. We're gonna have to watch that part of the video again. Face project? Oh, maybe 0.015. Can I go into numbers like that? Let's see. I missed a zero there. Oh, just barely not enough. What about 0.020? Is anyone really gonna notice this tiny little thing? I think they're gonna, yeah. Nah. What if I put a pepperoni there? I'll put a pepperoni there. We'll cover it up that way, alright? Oh, the magnet in face project. You're right. Okay. Well, then in edit mode, we'll hide the solidify, and then I'm gonna start adding the loops. Although before that, we need the magnet, and it's gonna be on Face project. Oh, but before then, I should probably, hang on. We should probably maybe, like, make it a little deformed, you know? What does this look like with the thing applied? We won't see it with the thing applied. We may need another subdivision to make it look better. I mean, it's looking like a slice of pizza, though. Thank you very much. I feel like I'm, you know, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm just kind of going along here. All right, let's hide that. Go back into edit mode. I'm gonna just, you know. It should be fine, right? Although, I don't know, that looks pretty rough. Did I forget to do something? Oh, wait, oh. Oh, no, I have proportional editing selected. Oh, wait a second. It's messing with the other side. Maybe my brush is too big again. I'll be a little more ginger with it. Just a slice of pizza, you know. The cheese ain't gonna be uniform. Maybe it's gonna lump a little more down here. Ooh, dude, let's still get that, man. Again, I don't like that I can only see my vertices if I zoom real out. I'm not exactly sure how that works. How does this look with the thing then? Perfectly fine, baby. Oh, you know what? There's a thing in the solidify. There's a thing in the solidify. Hang on. So that it more adheres to the thing, right? Although I think by now he would have had another subdivision surface. I don't think I want that. I think it's in edge data. Crease inner. That did nothing, to my knowledge. That's doing nothing. I think that's because he has another subdivision. Let me preview that. Subdivision surface. Yeah, it looks like it adheres to the thing more. Also, wow. Wow, look at that cheese. It looks like cheese. Okay. Well, I mean, better to have that than not have it, I guess. See? I don't know, it like latches onto the surface under it somehow. Okay, I'm gonna go around malforming the cheese again a little bit. Let's hide our thing so it's easier to manhandle. I'm an extra droopy part over here. Okay. That's without the thing on, right? Okay. I don't think there's actual Z fighting like that happening, except for this little... We're gonna ignore that, okay? You wanna try something a little wacky with a lot of steps? Sure. Before that, I wanna make some of my globs, though. That's like the funnest part. I think we want that to adhere to the shape a bit. So with the thing visible... Uh-oh! What happened there? Oh no. Maybe I should apply the other, maybe I should apply the solidify on the other subdivision surface, so I have more vertices to work with. Although maybe that doesn't look that bad. The shading sucks, but what would that look like over here? Kind of rough, actually. This might mess with the globs, but it'll be fine. Alright, you've helped me get this far, alright. The glob is the best part, though. Just love, like, when you first get a pizza out of the oven and you cut it, when the cheese stretches. It's the best part. I'm even gonna add some imperfections out here. Maybe a little divot or two, where there's gonna be some pepperonis. I think I want a big pepperoni right there. And just like some little imperfections, you know. I've seen some perfect pizzas in my day. I don't even see the change. Uh-oh. Alright, we'll be careful. I wonder, are we not in shade smooth? Whoa! That's a beautiful bit of cheese there. Okay. That's a beaut. Let me find another song. Mighty Switch Force? Okay, alright. I'm all ears. I think on my own later, I think I'll try to make a rectangular pizza. I can just replay this VOD to get the steps again. Add a displace mod. Alright. Displace. Whoa! My pizza melted! Now, methinks this is maybe too strong. .00 10. Goddamn. Alright, oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Hit that new button. Unique data block ID name within the same type in library. We're gonna apply a texture? I'm gonna slap like a cheese texture on there or something? I'm just gonna draw my own textures later. Checkerboard, alright. Excuse me. Alright. It's not a UV thingy or whatever. Dude, cough drops are amazing. Oh, below the circle. No, whoops. Like checkerboard. A vertex root. The other checkerboard. Oh! Oh, you mean like on the bar over here. Alright. Animation. Alright, I prefer this song over here. It's at the top. Oh, search! Delete. Image or... What do you mean here? Oh, type! Well, you said type, and I'm like, oh, I gotta type with my keyboard because I'm dumb. Thank you. Distorted noise? Wood? Clouds. Huh. Yo? Hang on. Is this genius? Did this add like little weird globule imperfections everywhere? Okay. Oh, you mean the actual mod, right? That's fascinating. It's where again here? Oh! Oh! My God! It turned into a coral reef. I don't know what a mid-level is, but maybe it'll help. No. Gunched. I'll try 0.020. Okay, what if we tried like a 0. No, I guess I can't do 20. Go 9. Okay. It's a colony of mushrooms growing on the side of a log now. Okay, about 0.03. Honestly, I think the 0.01 or 2 might be where it's at. I don't understand mid-level. I mean, I kind of like that. You could also mess with the texture itself, like paint on the blob. Just paint in the paint, or the light paint on it, the blobs, but it's fine. I think this looks good. Where's my light at? Yeah, it looks good. It's oddly in like layers, but I think that's fine. Maybe like blobs or imperfections on the surface, but that's not really noticeable. I could just do that in my hand. Why not? Maybe there's some messing we can do here. That's a lot of cheese on that za. I love this song actually. Whoa. Let's just go back into the checkboard and maybe change the brightness or the contrast. Will that really help? Will that really change? Okay. What is this doing? How is it doing that? Weird. Fascinating. That is bizarre. Well, that kind of gets rid of the weird folds, actually. The weird, like, layers. It's almost like the side of, like, a pancake or something. Damn, damn. Damn, damn, damn. It's perfect. It's weird math. I don't get it either. Just know that it does the thing. Sure. This is fascinating. Okay, I think I'm happy. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to adding just a couple more globs. You know, the fun part. It's all been fun, but I think you get me. Dude, as soon as the cough drop is gone, I'm immediately coughing. It's gotta be like pneumonia or something. Yeah, my doctor gave me just general cough meds. I'm gonna have to go see him in like a day or two, because I'm almost out of medicine. Damn, that looks good. Damn, that looks good. I'm baking pizza tomorrow. I'll post about it on Twitter if you want to see what it looks like. Homemade dough, homemade sauce. Oh wait, do I have garlic? I might have to step out of the house to pick up some garlic. Nah, that's too much. Maybe just a little one. Not really sure to use it, that's fine. No biggie. Each of their own. I'm just saying this in general. Anyone listening in. Also, I'm probably not in the mode I want to be in. Oh, this one has to be. This one should go a long way down. Oh, that's a little weird, but it kind of maybe works. Hang on. It's a little unruly, but I mean, that's cheese, man. If it weren't so sharp, what about just that? Nah, that looks less normal. Maybe I can fix it with just like proportional editing. Just proportionally edit, but only a small little bit here. Maybe straighten that out. Perfect. I kind of want to apply that other subdivision modifier because I feel like it would do wonders. More ways to, or more vertices to work with. Oh, it's hands down, pencils down, baby. We're good. Okay, maybe back here. Again, if I just had a small one here to make a glob, it'd be perfect. You know what? It's not like super important, but I think I have a picture of my I think I have some pizza pictures around here somewhere. I have old sketches. Nah, this is the wrong folder. Camera? That's my crappy old camera. It had such a bad, or my crappy old phone. I may have deleted all this for space, actually. What would this be under? Pictures? No. Not that important, I guess. Is there a good looking pizza in here? No, it's all blurry. Like my phone camera used to be so blurry. Oh wait. Wait, by God, I think you found one. Okay, it's maybe no. It has to look really good. That's when I made katsu curry. Oh, hang on. This one. Let me pick one that looks good. Yeah, that works. Here's a oh my god, it's a massive photo. Fit to screen. Bam. I bake my own pizzas. I make my sauce and I make my own pizza dough. Anyway, not super important. Alright, back to making digital pizza. It's better in every way, except you can't eat it. I actually quite enjoy it. It's my grandma's recipe. Handed down to me. You know, it might be a little too much, but I think one more will do it. Just one little glob like that. Okay, maybe. There. Maybe that's too much. Nah, it's perfect. Alright, thank you. Thank you for your help. Again, I would have a completely different pizza right now if it weren't for you. Alright. What do we do now? I think, you know what? I think I will go ahead and add my own little lumps in here. We got the magnet on still. I'm not sure why this is freaked out, but I'll try to fix it myself. Oh, you know what? That might just be part of the cloud texture doing that, I guess. Whatever the hell that thing's called. You know, maybe on the edge here specifically, it shouldn't be so uniformly like that. In fact, yeah, like maybe compensate a bit over here. This looks too uniform. It's so weird that we have to add our own imperfections. Maybe this will be too much. Pencils down. It's my favorite part of the song. I was wondering how I was gonna do like a rounded edge on the za, on the crust, but I mean it's already there, man. I didn't have to lift a finger. I think that's thanks to the what modifier did you have me add to this thing? I don't remember what modifier it was, but it did a damn good job. Bevel? I think it was bevel. Yeah, there you go. Real handy. Alright, maybe I'm losing track here, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and start adding in some pepperonis. That's not the hotkey, it's Shift A. And we're just gonna go with the cylinder. Oh, dude, I should make a table to put it on, too. That'd be kind of fun. Alright, we're going to scale it on the Z. We're going to scale it on the everything, actually. And I can use the technique you taught me to make my own faces and vertices to snip the pepperonis where the pizza cutter would have snipped them. It's a beautiful thing. Don't worry about that. Let me get there, though. Oh, proportional editing is kind of fucking with me there. That's a bit small for pepperoni, don't you think? I think that's perfect. Pepperoni perfect. Alright, I'm gonna look for another song. That's Boba Beach by Gurnipret. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, but it's good. Nightcore. Oh my god, you're sending me back. Isn't this Little Busters? Speaking of visual novels, I love key soundtracks. Wait, this is Nothing Happened in This World. This is like the one scary song from that soundtrack. It's just ominous noises. Well, thank you, I guess. I'll pass. Love? Sure. Okay, before I do anything else, actually, we're gonna isolate this. I want the pepperoni to be cupped a little bit. Now, does this matter? Probably not. But when pepperonis cook, they, the center caves in and the outers rise up. It makes it really annoying if you're trying to pan-sear them. Once in a while, I'll buy some to throw on, like, sandwiches. And I don't like to just do cold cuts out of the fridge. I like to heat them up on the pan. But it makes these guys a pain in the ass to deal with. You can cut them in the sides, so like on each corner, like here, 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 and here. But then, I don't know, it's not as a feeling. Poke faces again. You just taught me how to do this. What was it? It was like R3 poke faces. Or F3? No. Oh, is it because I'm not in edit mode? Poke faces. Well, okay, maybe I don't want to do that on the sides as well. How about we just do face select? Face select. F3 poke faces. Okay. What was the technique that you said to do the whole thing? Control I? I don't know what that's doing. No, that's in select invert. Control we'll go to vertices. If I select will Control plus work here? Yes. Control R. I want it to be on the other side, though. You know what I'm talking about? Not gonna work here? No! Well, what if I... Okay, you know what? Hang on. I got this. Hang on. I got this. We're gonna grab this vertex, and we're gonna grab the center. And then I'm gonna hit F? No, not F. And then I'm gonna hit subdivide. And then I'm gonna hit this, and this, and then I'm gonna hit subdivide. And then, want my way of doing this? It's too gunched. I've never heard the word gunched before. I kind of like it, though. My idea would be to just do the whole thing with R. Add here. What are you called? Proportional editing. Not R, K. Oh, that's not gonna work. Why is that not gonna work? Oh, because it's locking over this thing. It's weird. 2D art takes forever as well. Although I do use shortcuts whenever I can in 2D art. Art stream sometime soon, by the way. I haven't done one in a while. Get rid of the verts you added, sure. Alright. I mean, I could also just I could also just, like, maybe, throw it in, sculpt mode. Select the top faces, alright. I could throw it in sculpt mode and just kind of, like, you know, smush it around that way. But, I mean, this could be a learning experience. Oh, I can just control plus, right? No, it's not working. That's fine. Oh, dude. I gotta go back to the doctor, like, tomorrow, because whatever they gave me for cough, it don't work, chief. Face box, select the... Oh, whoops. I didn't see that in time, sorry. This is fine, though. I'll hit I. Wait, what? Wait, what? What the hell? What is this doing? Bro. Bro, it's like magic! It's like magic! I don't need this many vertices for a single little piece of pepperoni. It's like magic, man. Oh shit, I have no idea what I just hit. It insets. Damn, bro, that's crazy. I think I'll do it again a little bit more. I think that's too many vertices. Hang on. I'm not looking for the highest poly pepperoni we ever seen. In fact, I think that might be too much. But now I have way more vertices to work with. Yeah, Control Plus doesn't seem to work for me. But what's the one? Is it Alt Plus? Alt, okay, that works. Or Alt click. Now, how am I gonna turn this? Oh, is this Glory music? Oh, I love that song. Do you want to be extra? It's just pepperoni! What's your idea? The sounds appear to be gunched. Wait, what? Oh, I'm back? Oh, sorry, yeah, that might just been, that may have been a restream error, I guess, because I'm not getting an OBS error. I'm streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and it kind of has its own issues when I do that, sorry. Okay, so what did you say your idea was? And is the audio still gunched? I might steal that from you. Because my idea was just gonna be like, I don't know, just kind of like smush it in a bit. My mic started skipping and repeating like a record player. I've never seen that happen before. I'll have to check the VOD later. Weird. It's good now, alright. So my idea was just gonna be... No, that doesn't work for some reason. Why is that not working? Oh, because of magnet, maybe? What the hell did I just do? I think I just did that. Okay, fine. I just want a cupped pepperoni, you know? Oh, select the middle of it? And then what, like proportional editing? Ooh, wait. And then just do it down the, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's too much, actually. Delete! What the heck? I thought we were gonna use it. What do we do now then? Oh, and also we don't have these faces on the outside. I guess I should. I guess I could make them on the other side too. Okay, delete it. Now select the ring, like that. And then what? F. Whoa. Okay. Oh, there's more Little Busters OST. F3! Oh, okay. I got ahead of myself there. Ooh, I like the way this sounds. I'm gonna crank that up. Wait, is this Little Busters or is this rewrite? This is Little Busters. Also a key visual novel though. F3 grid fill. What the hell? It turned it into a disco ball. Is this part of the extra? That's a lot of vertices, man. Oh, it's got good verts, it'll deform better. Really? Okay, we'll pick somewhere in the middle. Select the whole thing, and we'll go down on the Z. Wait, will that work on the bottom side, though? Okay. Well, it seems to be. It's not a big spike like it was last time. They will never see the bottom, it's fine. Yeah, baby. Now you're talking my language. The outer rim, when you're working with when pepperonis cook, it tends to kind of like fray. I can't think of the word for it, but I think I might like. It gets a little funky. That specifically should maybe be a little more like that. And then we'll do that here. That's a cupped pepperoni. Right there, baby. You mean like a lip? Yeah. That's a way better word for it, you're right. My goodness. Okay, get me out of this mode. Okay, well, it's kind of sunken into the thing now. How am I gonna fix that? I mean, I can see the cheese. Maybe we can delete that part of the cheese, although that seems a little tedious. Maybe we just raise it up a bit. No, because then you still see the thing. That could be an issue. Wait, oh, Control R. I mean, it's kind of what I did. Hang on. What's Control R? Let me go back to select mode. Cammy does Ragnarok covers. I don't recognize this Ragnarok song. I like this remix, although. Ooh, never mind, that's not bad. Okay, let's go to edit mode. Control R. I mean, we already kind of have a lip, but let's see. Wait, what are we doing this for? Are we doing it this way? Or do you mean like Control R here? And what, make that one even further out? Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I'll take this, sure. My problem now is that we can see the cheese through the pepperoni. If I raise it up too much, then you're gonna see the pepperonis floating. But maybe you won't notice it? And you might with the shading, though. Is there a way to... Is there an easy way to fix this? Because we can definitely see the cheese through that. You know what? I think just for visual's sake, I'm going to give it a texture. I think it's a material, and then we're going to give it a base color of a nice red. Perfect. You see, we see it through the cheese. Damn, that looks good. There's ways to make cheese deform to the roni, but that's too much right now. Understandable. I'm gonna duplicate my pepperonis here. And it's not Control D, it's Shift D. Shift D. Yeah. And then Shift D on the Y. And we'll try to arrange this where it looks good. Not the Z. Oh, that's Plateau. I love that song. I'm gonna sculpt mode and sculpt it in. I want to experiment, and I want to figure out on my own a way to snip the pepperonis, and I think I have all the tools already. I want to have one pepperoni that's, I wish I had an easy way of moving this around without having to lock to the, X and Y constantly. Have that pepperoni there. Shifty another one in. Okay, this one will snip off of that side right there. Like a pizza cutter cut it. I'm gonna look up a reference, actually. Slice of pizza. I should have probably had one up earlier. That's a picture-perfect slice of za right there. Now, they got a little lazy. Well, maybe not a little lazy, but there's a little too much matzah. So it's kind of like tendrils of crispy mozzarella on the crust, but okay, it's quite a few of these. I think Revolt does vocal tracks of Ragnarok songs. We'll give it a listen. I mean, generally, my pepperonis are pretty, like, uniform. Like, I'll have one here, 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 like, in a circle, and then in a circle again. I'm not feeling this one so far. You know what would really help, actually? One more one that we have to snip. So maybe, Control D? No, Shift-D? One, and then just have it, like, right here. And then there's, like, nice, like, negative space. Alright, well, snip these 2 pepperonis. Alright. So... how am I gonna do this? How do I make the camera focus on this? I forget. What was it? Control R? Can I just have it go where I want it to? No? Well then, can't I... No, K? About here? To about there. Check this gamer move out. Bam. Enter. Very photogenic. Thank you. I know you might mean that pizza, because that is a very photogenic piece of pizza. The song is actually not bad. Oh, I've already liked it before. Whoops. I don't remember it. Okay. I don't have a numpad is the problem. Well, that's not what I wanted. It doesn't really focus too well, but alright. I want to focus... yeah, this, but the opposite side. Yeah. And then we'll grab our... I want to, yeah, okay. And then we're gonna grab the K. And then from here, we're gonna... it's gonna be roughly aligned. Alright, we're gonna hit enter. And now we're gonna hit delete. Or, well... first. Yay! Okay! Alright, calm down. We'll do the faces. What did that do? Did I get rid of everything? Can't tell. I think that got rid of, like, way more than I wanted it to. Delete vertices? No, that's deleting everything. Delete faces? Okay. And then we'll delete these. This is proving to be a little harder than I thought. I cannot delete vertices. It deletes too much. Oh, you can press that, or tilde, or whatever that one is. Then press 3. Oh, this sounds beautiful. You selected? Okay, thank you, since I don't have a numpad. Weird, my message got eaten by Twitch. What was the message? I don't have, like, anything, like, it's probably just default moderation settings. I don't know what you got picked for there. Did the chat view it as, like, offensive or something? That'll happen sometimes. I love this song. I forget which one this is in the regular soundtrack. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Are they gonna notice? Oh, they're gonna notice. Damn. Oh, Twitch just being funky. Yeah, I know numpad. I know. I cheaped out when I bought this one because, look, I wanted a very fancy. I think I'm just gonna snip this. Hang on, tilde 3. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. I want this to be snipped there. So we'll K it. Bam. And then we're gonna just delete faces, I think. Alright, now hear me out. Are they gonna notice the fact that it's like hollow inside? What song is this? I love this one. Oh, what's this song from in the game? Tread on the Ground? No wonder! I love Tread on the Ground. Okay, I thought Oedo Express only did vocal tracks, but no. Alright, I'm cranking that up, man. That's my jam. Oh, for the longest time, I always wanted a very fancy keyboard. I went with a Corsair something. It was like $200. I got it on discount for like 120. I was very happy with it, and it was a very nice keyboard. It started smoking. The wire, like it was like a very nice, like braided, like heavy braided cable. But then the wire started smoking one day, and I've never plugged it in since. I still have it, but I've never plugged it in before. And then since I need a for the games that I play on keyboard. Oh, it's kind of a wacky guitar there. I need keyboard. So I just went with like the cheapest mechanical keyboard I could find. It specifically has to be mechanical because the games that I play, like Mega Man games, you need to be holding down the shoot button to charge. You need to be moving in directions while tapping dash and jumping at the same time. There's a lot of action, so I can't play on a regular keyboard. Okay, we're gonna have this one. The same thing. I should probably look at this from the very tip top. Okay. Let's say like about there. To about there. Enter. Then we're gonna mark it on the same side after doing this. Okay, I can only kinda see it, but I think it's like here to here. Alright, we're doing the same thing. Anyway, the cheapest option had no numpad, so that's why. Can I do this and then like Control Plus? Yes. Yes, I can. And it's not even bleeding into the things I don't want to delete. Well, now it is. It's fine though. You've made this. Honestly, thank you so much. I really hope I'm saying this right. Solvable? Wait, Solvable Iowa? Solvable Iowa! I think I finally read it properly. Thank you so much. I've done so much more than I would have done on my own with your help. And you too, Akira 3D. Thank you so much. Now, thanks to you guys, Sabrina's not only going to eat just a donut, she's going to eat pizza. Fantastic. I think I'm going to delete these two. And then I can just hit this and then Control Plus it. Oh, it's not really doing it much faster, huh? This and this. Oh, I'm gonna have to make another surgical cut. Tilde 3. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Okay. I think I can do it from here. Not quite there. Okay, the question is if people are going to be able to see the hollowness of the pizza. The pep. The pep secret. Pepperoni secret. Oh wait. Here I am fighting against the camera when I can just tilde 3. I'm gonna go insane working on this commission. Oh, damn! Good luck with that, man. Although maybe you don't need luck. You got skills already. Have fun. I would love to make my own models. I mean, I do art. Oh, oops, I changed my selector. That's fine. I do my own art. I mean, make my own characters and stuff. I would love to transition them to 3D. Alright. Beautiful. Well, I mean, there's... honestly, people... I don't know how to word this. AI is absolutely getting to the point where people aren't going to need... Oh, wait, I was going to have to put a pepperoni here. I might do one more just to hide this triangle. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I don't need to. They're nowhere near... I mean, like, 3D work, y'all are set. 2D work, bye-bye, my occasional commission. It's done. Unfortunately. That's just how it is nowadays, though. Alright. Now, I'm going to select them all, and we're going to smush them down on the Z. I want them to be basically aligned with the ZA. Maybe like that much. Okay, and then, as you said, we're just going to sculpt mode it. Oh, I learned this the other day. I remember holding tab used to bring up this rocker wheel, but now it's control tab. I learned the shortcut because I've messed with Blender for a couple years now, just like every once in a while. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do grab. I'm trying to anyway. What would be a better way of doing this? I thought grab was gonna get what I needed done, but now I'm just kind of smushing the cheese everywhere. That's not really doing it. Most stuff on model though is personal or some cosplay rated thing I have to print for my girlfriend. Oh, dude, that sounds really cool. More power to you. Why can't I get rid of this part of it? Maybe I'm looking at this from the wrong angle here. Maybe there's a better tool for this. Flatten. That is doing nothing. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. By the way, I hate what they did down here. Trust me, AI is so bad, it doesn't matter how detailed the end product is, they all look the same. I've seen it perfect. Like, look, alright, gather around, my friends. We're sitting around the campfire. And I have the flashlight beaming up my face. I have seen it perfectly capture some Japanese artists' art styles, unique art styles. I'm gonna say some names here, and if you know them, I'm sorry. Zonkuro, Alexi. These are all hentai artists, by the way, don't look them up. I've seen their art style perfectly stolen. Perfectly stolen. From like the littlest minute details, so it's like an all-encompassing virus. It's a I don't even know what to describe it as, but I mean it only gets better with time, which is a scary thought. I don't know, man. It's scary. Okay, now which of these brushes do you think would deflate? No, it's inflating. Or is it? No, it's not doing it. Does anyone know a good sculpt tool? Wait a couple years, you've been doing Blender longer than me. Alright. I remember seeing a lot of AI Ghibli slop a while ago. Yeah, that became a meme as well. I think even Ghibli was like, damn, don't do this. That's not gonna stop them though, those vultures. What's a good one in here? This one's fine. It's got a weird, like, disco to it. What's the really good one from Ever 17? No, not this one. Come on. The piano one. I guess there's the Ever 17 OST. I don't remember the name of it because they're all in German or some shit. I can't remember what the song was. I just know that it's Ever 17. Maybe it's gonna pop up if I just search it. The Out of Infinity. This is an old visual novel, by the way. I don't remember what the song was called. Yeah, this has to be it. This is it. Alright. How am I gonna do this? My my idea of just using the grab tool isn't working. Because if I make this too big, we're just gonna ruin everything. I guess I can just try a bunch of brushes here. This looks like it's kind of working. No. Only time I'll ever use AI, though, is for some basic research. Other than that, I won't touch that crap. I don't even mind it in, like, a more practical sense like that. I feel like it's just gonna make us even lazier than we already are, but, I mean, if it's something that you could already do... I don't know how to word my thoughts, actually. And if you're just saving time with it, I guess that's fine. But there's some people out there that are like, alright, move over, artists! Go dig your own graves, you're done, we don't need you anymore. Those people, man. I can't say what I wish would happen to those people. Let's see... Layer? No, that's making it worse. Scrape/fill? Nope, just gonna try all of them, I guess. Maybe it would just be easier. Whoops, I didn't mean to go into grid view there. Maybe it would just be easier to, just select the thing, take me over here, isolate it. What is wrong with my view? Is this just how it looks in the lighting? Oh no, actually I don't want to isolate it. I'm probably going to wrap soon because I'm getting very hungry, by the way. You know how control and brush takes away mesh? What? Wait, hang on. Which brush? Any brush? Take me to sculpt mode. Let's go with this one. No, that's increasing it. Any brush. Okay, well then I'll just try them out then. It's doing nothing. This is just regular trim. It just stops progressing at some point. I don't know why. I'll figure it out though. I must be malforming this cheese like crazy, but it's hidden by the pepperoni, so who cares? Control tab sculpt mode. Oh right, the mods are making the mesh all weird, so it doesn't know what to do. Oh, do you think I should just apply my things already then? Hang on, I can do that. You're right. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna hit save. And this is something... Okay, look. I used to mainly draw in Adobe Flash. I can't really find the will to draw on it anymore. I still do some animated stuff in there, like the little dancing chibi you see in the bottom left. I have one for each of my friends that I stream together with. Anyway, but lately, for the last like 4 or 5 years, I've been drawing in Microsoft Paint. And if you know about Microsoft Paint, it's not exactly well known for its functionality. So what I always end up doing is, every time I get to a significant progress in my drawing, I save as 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, all the way up until the drawing is done. Because if I fuck up, I can just go back. I don't know if it's like that with 3D. Maybe y'all got some fancy schmancy shit for that, but that's what I do when I draw in Paint. Layers? Never heard of them. I imagine tracing paper stacked on top of each other. I don't know if I'm probably being facetious there, but layers are like, you have your drawing on your paper, and then you slap a tracing paper above it, and you draw on that, and you slap one on top of that, until you have a Jenga tower of a drawing. But people are only seeing it like flat. Very handy. Anyway, since I don't have that in Microsoft Paint, I just I save a new version each time I get to like a significant part. So we're gonna save this as Slice-O Pizza 0.1. So in case anything fucks up here, I can go back to Slice-O Pizza regular. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply all of my modifiers. I guess the texture one as well? Sure. This means I should have like way more, what's the word, geometry to work with if I wanted to make another glob or something. Now we, head over to object mode. And actually, wait, I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine to now go over to sculpting mode. I'm trying to get the use of this, this thing here. Alright, now what happens if I grab this and smush it down? I can smush it down, but I still see the cheese. Or do you think that's maybe the... Do you think that's maybe the... Hang on, what if we isolate, How am I gonna do this? Oh, my stomach won't stop growling. I'm getting hungry. What if we, hide the cheese? That's not the cheese mesh anymore! That's the crust! Alright, okay. Well, we'll go back to when we last, messed with that. I guess we'll just smush in... Hang on. We'll smush the cheese in as much as I can. Okay. So it's no longer an issue. They're not going to see it, so it's fine if it looks ugly under the pepperoni. And I just saved a failsafe, so if I fuck up, we're fine. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, now we're just going to do the same thing with the damn crust. They're not going to know the difference. Maybe I can go back to that previous iteration and just edit this, like, snippet with the art, but it's not the art tool, it's the K tool. I guess K for knife, that makes sense. And then have, like, a bite version. But, you know, that's something for another day, because I'm looking at a pizza right now, I'm hungry, okay? I think I'm gonna go make some not chicken nuggets, but popcorn chicken in just a little bit. Anyway, I don't think you care about my lunch, my very late dinner, actually. I think we can cancel that knife tool, and now we go into not edit mode, not sculpt mode, but object mode. We go over here. I'm gonna... Oh, it doesn't even have any more modifiers on it, which is fine. I actually think it looks perfectly fine. Maybe I'll add one more just to see how the detail looks like, but we'll worry about that in a sec. Because for now... Well, you know, I can do that right now. What would this look like? I hope the growling's not audible. What would this look like with a subdivision surface? Do you think it looks better? I almost like the homeliness of the more blocky. Maybe I could just add it again later, right? I can just add it again later. Okay, now that we have this selected... Oh, wait, but the mesh is, like, really basic. Hang on. That could be a problem, maybe. Shade smooth? It looks fine. Although, yeah, perfectly fine. Maybe I want to somehow malform the crust a little bit, because that's not always as, you know, picture perfect as it is here, but, you know, that's something I can do with the, this thing. Proportional editing. Speaking of proportional editing, let me turn that back on, go to edit mode. Maybe, selecting a face would be better here. This one. We're just smushing it down. Smushing it down. I think that's some cheese left over, actually. It's fine. We can go back and fix that. Take this, smush it down. Take this, smush it down. And again, we're not normally going to be seeing this, because it's going to be under everything. Bam. Now we go back to object mode. We get the cheese. And bam. Bam. Ba-ba-ba-bam. It is done! It's done! Hang on, just real quick. Let's add some more materials here. What's a nice pizza? That's the cheese, actually. It was already perfect being white. Maybe a little more off-white. Maybe I'll put that back to white in a second. We'll see. I had the wrong thing selected. I wanted to make the crust. A nice golden brown. Hang on, can I get RGB scales here? What does this do for me? This is more my wheelhouse. Bam! Ba-ba-ba-bam! I doubt you want to get into shader nodes now. We did that in the donut tutorial. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you here. I'm gonna get out of here in like the next 5 minutes. But we can go to donut 2025. I think we did shader nodes. And it's gonna take a little while to load because it's got all those fancy effects. It was not texture paint, shading. This. Oh no, hang on. I have the wrong object selected. This. Look at this. No, I don't want that one. I want the frosting. Oh no, the frosting's not. It's the thing on the bottom. Shading. Look at all this nonsense. I followed the tutorial and I installed the plugin from the guy Blender Guru. And it basically did all this on my own, but I went piece by piece to figure out what each thing did. It's pretty cool. Alright. File, open recent, slice of pizza, 0.1. It's fascinating stuff. Truthfully. Fascinating stuff. Damn! That looks good! Would not have been even remotely as good without your guys' help. Although I'm thinking... Nah, okay, I was thinking that the crust didn't look right. Nah, that looks... That's a slice of pizza right there, baby. I'm gonna be eating some of that tomorrow. Maybe you could go in and piece in some pizza sauce, but you know what? I'll do you a better one. We'll go texture painting. How do I apply the one color that we already have? Okay, never mind. I'm in over my head. I thought maybe I could just pipe on some sauce there with a brush, but I don't know how I would do that. All right, pizza. You know, looking at it, maybe that pepperoni's a little off, but you know what we say to that? We grab it and we just move it along. A Y a bit. Bam. Well, grab Y. There. There. And again, I guess if you zoomed in close enough, you'd see that we don't have anything covering the the pepperoni pieces, but I think that's fine. I believe you misspelled geometry nodes. Oh, I was just gonna say slap some noise on the cheese, but it's fine. Yeah, I like how it looks. Honestly, yeah. Well, hang on. You remember that issue we had earlier? That thing that was bugging me? That's a little bit of the crust. We can just solve it the same way. I just push it in. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know what? Next time I boot up Blender, we'll make a plate with the same technology I used to make the pepperonis. Thank you. It's beautiful. You know what? Can I, is it possible? How do I transfer an object to another file? I want to maybe select, what is it? Control J to put this all into one mesh. Can I then copy? Can I paste this into my, my other one? I mean, my Sabrina donut file. I'm gonna undo that join, and then we're gonna open recent. Sabrina donut. Can I paste in the object? I don't see a za anywhere. Geometry nodes is some black magic. I'm good. I don't know what a geometry node is. Wait, did it maybe make a tiny pizza at her feet? No. Okay, how do I import an object? Maybe this is harder than I thought. Add object? Is there like an import button somewhere? The pizza is massive, you would see it. It's append. What is append? Append. Recommend a tutorial. Oh, is it that complex just to add in my pizza? Oh man, okay, I guess that's fine. You know what? I'll just add it in manually later. Hang on. The shading is kind of like here, right? Where's the light? Yeah, the shading's kind of like here. So we'll go back to the old Zaw slice. Okay. Let me grab that light. Okay, light's a little intense. Can I, lower the power? Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this. Or a render of this. I need a good angle. Okay, we're gonna hit this, and we're gonna hit tilde 3. And then I'm gonna grab the, okay, well, hang on, camera, and then, camera to view, and then I think we hit the camera button. Out of my way, please. Where's my camera button? Where's my camera button? Why don't I have the little camera on the side? Is it because I have camera to view on? I don't even remember what that was under. I think it's in here somewhere. Okay, camera to view. Where's the little things on the side? The camera button. They don't make it easy. Oh, man. I don't have a numpad is the problem, so I can't, I mean, I guess I can awkwardly move the camera over here. Rotate on the X, please. No, rotate on the Y. This isn't right. Look, I just wanted to take a screenshot so I could, you know what? Fine. Hang on. We're gonna be extra ghetto about it. Okay, I'm just gonna turn off the grid. Alright. We got my Za, my beautiful Za. And then I'm just gonna use the snipping tool to grab it. And then I'll copy and paste this on the drawing. Hang on, in fact, I'll do it in real time. You should be able to see it. I won't have an outline though. I got my program open over here. Now we're gonna go here. Quick access, assets, Sabrina donut thumbnail. And then I'm gonna copy. You're not seeing what I'm doing right now, but I'm copy and paste this in. We'll do that. And we're gonna add, damn. We're gonna do this. Maybe I'll make something else that Sabrina will want to eat next time too. Okay, I hit save. Did it update on the thing? Oh wait, you won't be able to see it because the window's in the way. Bam! I found a jank way to copy and paste if you have two blenders open. Oh my god. I'm good, thank you. That's cursed knowledge right there. Alright. I'll find a nicer way to put that somewhere in the actual thumbnail. Thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much for your help. Solvable Iowa, I think I'm reading that right. And Akira 3D, thank you for the follow earlier as well. I think I finally breached the 170s. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, hand over heart. For some reason, every time I would raise up the 160 follower count, I would go back down. Thank you for the follow. So I felt like I was cursed because for like a full year, gain some followers, lose some followers, and I would never make it past 160. So the fact that I'm already in the 170s makes me very happy. Thank you guys. I'll try to do some more blenders sometime soon because we're not done with the tutorial. Truthfully, I didn't even progress in the donut tutorial tonight, but I had a whole lot of fun, and we modeled a 3D slice of pizza. What more could a guy ask for? All right, I'm gonna go make some food. Y'all have a good rest of your night. I'll be back tomorrow with Unicorn Overlord. That is the that's card on sale. Just look at my 2D art there if you want to take a gander. But Unicorn Overlord is the Vanillaware tactical game. I'll be streaming that tomorrow. See you then. Bye bye. Same name everywhere, by the way.